maybe Smart Omega, or rather Sigra, if they can win here map number 1 and take that away from them and stop the momentum from Smart from the get-go, it will really be huge.
Well, let's see if or not the side of Sigra X Aim is capable of doing something like that, right? They will be able to drop in their early lane jump crushing it. Sigra X Aim, but they flush out the players from Smart Omega to stand on that, and those early points fall to the side of Sigra.
Ooh, okay, Sigra, really nice start coming in from them. You can see that on the side of Smart Omega as they're trying to filter on in. They're just getting picked off one by one. JT's able to find one, and JT's able to find a double kill here. JT has a double, becoming a triple now from the side of Vision. Well, before on the board, still no control has really been seized here on the point by Smart Omega. But out the outskirts of that will be Sigra X Aim. They will finally get filtered out from it. But meantime, Smart Omega are getting some points and they do equalize things, but Sigra are already knocking at the door.
I just love exactly how the side of Smart Omega is holding on to this shutdown. They're not going in there for this, but all they are doing is just holding on to those power positions to just get them more points. But 26 out of 12, 26 to 12 in there isn't what Smart Omega is usually able to pull off. They are a little bit more. It's a great start from the side of Sigra now to be able to prevent the side of picking up more points from the second hardpoint here. Be a little bit more open and a little bit tougher to perhaps go in for the defense.
Yeah, it's really hard for a team that doesn't have P1 at the start of things, or rather at the end of P1, to go over to P2 and take it, because P2 is so close by that it doesn't matter if you're holding P1 till late, because you can easily rotate and flood that side and catch the defenders off target. So for the meantime, Smart Omega just completely running through things here. There has been some points that has been taken by Sigra here in P2, but for the most part, it's completely in the control of Smart Omega. You can see them, they're trying to get in from the back on the flank here. Atlas trying to find that stuff, cannot confirm it, and he will be taken down. Omega just winning every gunfight right now, AJ.
And Sigra has secured the spawn of the Special Forces base for the side of Smart Omega, so even if their players do fall, oh, but what is this now? Those players Sigra spawning right behind the Sigra. It looks like that player has failed, and the gods of RNG on them right in their tracks. Smart Omega will be able to recover the situation. Crash going in with the KRM, takes the hard one, and the Kings will still be in.
He wasn't deep enough to really actually flip the spawn there. If he went deeper into the SF base, and maybe it would have worked out, but trust from KZ, just making it happen there with the KRM up close. Now pushing Smart Omega have control for it. Fortunately for them, with Sigra, they're just not winning the fights here. AJ, even though they had the favorable spawn, they're just not able to really get themselves in, and that's something you would when you have the spawn. In this case, your rotation and your push should be coming in earlier and quicker because of that spawn advantage that you do have. They finally take it, but it might be a bit too late.
And they go in for such a 10 seconds. They give away those points to Smart Omega. Hopefully, coming in here from Sigra X Aimbot down. They want to set up the defense on for the fourth hardpoint. Ladies and gentlemen, it's going to be the Blue Raider safe in the fight now. Smart Omega seems to be winning map control because they go in for the control on make sure none of those players from Sigra X Aimbot can get their spawn. But now, players from Smart Omega drop in there for that. The points are being picked up by Sigra, so I feel like this is a great balance. Now, Sigra just needs to figure out how to keep the boys from Smart Omega away from their hard point.
So hard to flush him out here right now at the moment because diving and weaving in and out, winning these gunfights. Down 40 points, but that quickly got into Smart Omega cannot take a foothold here, but that may shall. Pretty good recovery here from Smart Omega. Not much control on P4 in and of itself, but let's look at this. Will being crushed once again there with the KRM. We're going back into P1. Hunter Killer out to look for that information, maybe find a pickoff. They will be going back to P1. Seems like Smart Omega are going to run through this and maybe take it, but Shizen here with the Annihilator, man.
But Sigra X Aimbot, they're not falling at all. Well, they're holding their own pretty much okay, but Smart Omega just just like you pointed out already, right? Because you seem to be winning quite a number of these gunfights, and that's something that you just really can't go in and perfect within just 1 or 2 matches. That just takes months and months and months of grinding in here, man. And Smart Omega most definitely has it under the belt already. Let's see what Sigra X81 brings to the table will be enough to at least ask a stronger question, because their performance here at the control room number 2 has been quite strong. Not saying that, right? Smart Omega right back in there with the hardpoint. Now sets a sentry gun up as well. And to take this side back in 8 seconds is going to be pure impossible. You have to play P2 slightly stronger.
Yeah, Sigra are going to have to really hold on P2 for the duration of it. Otherwise, this is a done match number 1. Smart Omega, even in bad situations that they're put in, they're able to shoot their way out of it. And with the Annihilator, that's what we're talking about here today. Oh dear, didn't even have to scope in for that. Didn't even have the ADS. Suddenly, Smart Omega, we talked about how like the Annihilator has been one of the deadly weapons in their hands. You can see them fully making use of that hand cannon. It should be a done deal. It's like, what, 5 points till the end of map number 1. Sigra X81 doing a valiant job of holding on, but that will be the win. Taken swiftly by Smart Omega. Keeping Sigra at what, 64 points maybe?
Yeah, it's great play, all out pressure. But that's just pure panic that just falls out of the match, right? They thought that they will be able something special under your sleeves to be able to take them down. So let's see if or not Sigra X Aimbot has that something special in the Search and Destroy.
Alright, let's get this going. You talked about here special dish is what they're going to have to serve here, Sigra, and that is looking for attacking side to start things off on Smart Omega. Defenders on the blue here for Sigra. And look at this push. They easily tried to go for that mid control early on here. Sigra trying to aggress further, but oh dear, this angle by Whoopi can certainly punish him if he's not careful here, coming from the side of well, Sigra. Balin on the other end of that, he's going to be taken down. Exactly what we're talking about. You cannot try and beat him in that situation. When Whoopi has a pixel angle like that, he's going to head glitch you every single day and win that fight. Here's a second follow-up on him, not able to confirm that Vince will get the trade.
So far coming back with the immediate response will be able to Sigra X Aimbot to really fall back too far from this match. Now they are on the defending side. Smart Omega made the choice to be the attacking side, right? They made the choice, and now they will be able to have free range in here at the shooting range. Access in from the bomb side, and Wadu has got no information nor eyes on Jay-Z at all. Bomb is going to be planted. 45 seconds on the clock. Let's see what Sigra Aim has.
Ooh, what a shot from Crush. Completely decimating Atlas there. The weight wasn't enough for him to carry up over their shoulders, and now they're down to 4v3. Great takeoff from Smart Omega. And here's another one from Hydra. What a spectacular player to find Vince once more in this round. And Wadu will find an opener to trade it off on a Candy, finally bringing it down to 1v3. He's got his work cut out for him, though. All he has is a DLQ 33. He's have to get the fight up close. Cannot land the quick scope, and Jay-Z will get the opening round for Smart Omega.
Yeah, DLQ is never going to be able to do it at that range. 2 players in the white warehouse on top of everything else. That was just an impossible situation. He should have gone in for a different gun, perhaps. He did have a little bit more time on the clock, but you know, Sigra X Aimbot a little bit nervous in this match. Very, very understandable. Whoopi now trying to look for those angles, and Sigra Aim! Wadu try to do the exact same thing as well. We'll be able to get the hit marker there, but not really much of that damage there on the side Smart Omega needs to worry about. And the defense is able to hold on strong. They've got a 2-1-2 setup coming in here with one player just hanging around auto repair. The players at Bravo need to be careful though, because questions will be asked by Whoopi as he takes down Shizen, and he will go in for yet another strike. Goes in for a quick scope in there, wants that shot, but he doesn't miss the next one. Wince gets taken down as well, and the Bravo side is fully opened up. Oh, X Aimbot! So unfortunate, because my son is playing in there with that sniper.
Oh my lord, Whoopi. Really throwing them into a cushion. And now Smart Omega get it. What the performance from him. Finding 3 opening picks, closing the round off. Smart Omega, a very dominating opening half from them, but can they continue this into a third round? Sigra here are going to have to find some way to counteract this. They've been getting picked off one by one with the DLQ. Great snipes from the side of Smart Omega. You see Sigra trying to answer back with some snipes of their own, but Whoopi's just been completely decimating everything, and Hydra will find an opening here in Atlas once more.
Whoopi finding his angles, and now will be able to catch Wadu with that hitmarker, but unfortunately Wadu a little bit luckier this time around. And now Wadu looks for yet another, but Jay-Z punishes him immediately, finds a little bit of revenge for his down partner. Kenny does the exact same thing as he takes wins out of the equation. Back-to-back action coming forth in here. Shizen takes a 2-piece for himself, and it's now a 2-on-1 situation. Shizen picks up the Fennec, and he's got the shorty in hands as well. He needs to take this fight, both close range. Goes in with a quick pop of the stun, and that distraction will be able to turn the attention over from Smart Omega, but Crush is just too smart.
Smart Omega here, definitely looking up to that brand and making it fully into effect. They're living up to every single name of the Smart Omega brand right now, and they've got a 3-0 opening lead. And so Sigra, they keep on getting picked off early on. Atlas, it's the second time around that he went down. Going for the side of Sigra, so it's not a good sign of things to come. Mid-control here with the smokes trying to be taken, and Crush will be taken out. It's a good opening pick by Atlas this time, returning the favor. But the quick snipe from the side of Whoopi will get him an indirect trade, and Balin, what a shot from him to find Whoopi.
I was about to comment and say that someone picking up the scout tower. Jay-Z punishing Balin up this time around, pulls out the katana, will need to hide because Wadu will be able to ask those questions with the Fennec. Jay-Z now makes in the approach, but nobody is on that. All will get planted. One final player left in here who takes Idra out of the equation. Atlas now bringing in all of the action. 2-on-1 situation, backs away into the barracks hut, but he will need to come in for the approach as the bomb has been planted. 35 seconds now, Holger 26 in hand. Can Atlas go in for the clutch?
He found the opening pick for the round. He's going to have to pull his gun out because he's going to get caught out in the open. You're not able to isolate the fight. And a 4-0 start by Smart Omega. AJ, we were talking about how Sigra, this should be the map where they're going to be, have their highest chance of turning things around. But for the meantime, it's been a complete domination from the side of Smart Omega. We have yet to really see a good round come from the side of Sigra. And in this moment, it doesn't even look like that's to come soon. Maybe when they switch on over to the attacking side, things could start to change for them. Maybe the waves will start to go in their favor. The current will start swinging their way. But for the meantime, it has been Smart Omega with most of that Wadu marker. Not much more.
Slice Whoopi out of the equation, but the numbers game will catch him off guard. Jay-Z steps up with the Fennec, and now the shooting range is now all wide open. Wadu will manage to knock Candy out of the equation. Idra with the immediate response right back through. The bomb now gets planted. 45 seconds on the clock, but it's 3 versus 2 as Wadu takes Jay-Z out of the equation. The numbers on the side of Smart Omega being thinned out as Shizen drops Idra as well. One more for Shizen. Wadu gets the katana, and they'll be able to go in for the defusal. 1-4, it's a good start.
Finally, a good round here coming from the side of Sigra. It's the final round of the half, though, and maybe they can continue that momentum into the attacking side. Let's see how they'll be playing this one out. Smart Omega on the defense right now for the red side, and on the blue, Sigra attacking things over. Now, see how Smart will play their defense as well. They only send one player here towards that B side that will be crushed for the side of Omega, but the early push coming from Sigra. They want to go into the back alley straight to B. It will be crushed to be that first contact.
See if Crush will be able to get in touch with them first, or will he get taken down early? Crush manages to catch Shizen off guard, snuffs him out of that equation, and backs right back into that backyard. And now the bomb stepping up forward, not going to be a bright idea here. Kendi will be able to ask those questions. Bomber goes in for those shots. Balin is playing with fire, Nico.
He might just get burned, though. If you play with fire, then who knows what might happen. Suddenly the gust of wind could blow things your way, and you suddenly have a firestorm to deal with. In this case, though, will be a storm of lead that are going to have to win things over with. On the peak here, Candy taking some damage in return will dish out some of his own, but They're both going to have to fall back in that case. Crush has been continuing to aggress here in the back alley, and Vince will eventually find Whoopi. Gone on out here inside of Sigra as they're going for the A site instead. They can go for a plant around the corner. There is a player there waiting. That's going to be Jay-Z for the side of Smart Omega, but they're not going to deny the plant just yet. The bomb will go down on the A site. They're going for the plant, and now it has.
By Sigra X aimbot, making sure they get the numbers equaled out first before they go in with the push. Atlas drops Jay-Z out of the equation. Now Atlas needs to be a little careful. He's being hunted, and Crush steps up. Wince drops his opponent. Idra gets taken down. Kendi out of the equation as well as Wince goes in for the slice. Crush gets snuffed out. Sigra X aim. They get the second round in here for themselves back to back.
Very, very good round here for the side of Sigra. That's 2 rounds out. They've won in a row after giving up the opening 4 rounds to the favorite Smart Omega. This could be where they make that comeback happen. We talked about AJ. Need one more round to bring it within reaching distance here of the lead and cut down to it. Maybe potentially tie the game on up. With Whoopi's looking to aggress here from the garage. It's been really good with these snipes for the side of Smart Omega. Can he find another opening pick here? Looking towards wood. There's 2 targets you could potentially find in that stead there towards that top wood or the bottom wood side. Almost landing a shot here on the cross. Barely able to bail out for the meantime. That will be Wadu. You're going to try and pull back and try and buy their time for the meantime here for Sigra.
Yeah, we don't X aimbot for struggling at all in the previous match. Wadu with a beautiful open against Jay-Z, going in for a couple of other scopes here. Find one player straying out, and Whoopi pays the high price for such a risky move. Vince drops Idra out of the equation as well. And once again, Alpha has been wide open. Now Kendi and Crush, they can ask these questions, but the numbers do not look good. Crush takes a couple of shots. Will have to back away, but Kendi with the Holger will be able to punish Vince out of this equation as well. Thinning the numbers, but 2 to 4 is still quite a tall order to overcome.
Plant on the A site, and now once again, Smart Omega do not have a lead here. Plant will go down. Nate Plant in time to deny that for the meantime. Now with the Holger in hand, Kendi's going to try and open things up. But Crush walking on in here, finding Shizen on the floor on that prone angle. And Kendi's going to have to win his own gunfight, which he does. They bring it to a 2v2 here, AJ. And on the post plant, they're just completely dismantling the defense of Sigra in the post plant. Trying to go on the peak. They will not win a single fight. In a flawless retake, the 2v4 quickly made into the 2-0. And now Smart Omega take match point.
That was a 2v5 that it all started off with. Smart Omega with those masterful gun skills, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. 5-2, and now with the match point, just like you said, Nico, they might just finish this all off. But Sigra X aim, they've been attacking quite well in here. Well, technically just one of those rounds. Hopefully they will be able to pull off the exact same thing. Now Whoopi might be able to catch up a good angle in here. Atlas steps up front. Wadu will be able to get the shot off if he can position himself earlier than Whoopi. But as soon as that shot comes through, he backs away. So well played by Sigra X aimbot. Let's see exactly what they can pull off there. The bomb now backing away just towards that passageway. They can potentially catch Crush off guard at that corner house. And if they can, maybe open up the Bravo side for themselves.
Try to do something fancy rather, last time around on that round there, going into round number 7. And honestly, if you just stack the site and just triple peek in that 5v2, they probably wouldn't want it. But iDrop finds an opening peek here in the Wadu. Very nice from him. Candy trying to do the same thing, but he knows, they know where he is. He's going to have to back off here. He might just be finding himself be taken down if he doesn't. iDrop find another pick for the favorite Smart Omega. And Smart Omega, even on defensive side, you're taking so much control, really trying to go for it. And you can see how far JC is already there on the path. And Candy finding 2 kills to end the round. And Smart Omega take the game map number 2. I mean, Smart Omega in and of itself are already far away. It's looking to be true here in Group D. Looking to end this game dominantly, but let's go on over to the final map of the series. Let's see if we're able to the Blink with Smart Omega send them over to the donut. Now Bravo point control has not been seized by either, but Smart Omega has been for that, and Katana here by continue going their way from the laundry though. Crush is going to hold things down, and they're looking to take Bravo point very decisively.
I love what Sigra X aimbot has done in here. They choose to start on the special forces. The better side or the stronger side would be on the special forces because you get that. Even if the early access was pulled to their side, Crush just stomps in there and takes over control of Laundry. And now two of them are held down, Laundry as well as Gallery, with one player dropping into Central Garden as well. I want everyone to watch how does the side of Smart Omega execute this, right? It's all about knowing those power positions. It's all about look at this perfection. None of the players from Sigra X8 able to step up and ask any of those questions, and they do not move from their post. Idra just snuffing out everyone. Hold the 26. This is what Smart Omega is in Call of Duty Mobile. If the rest of the world is watching, this is what Garena is all about.
World-class Call of Duty Mobile. We're being shown by Smart Omega. You saw in those past 30 seconds how strong their line of defense was to hold on to Charlie and Bravo. They're not overextending. Look at this once again, how great positioning they have. And now because Balin is able to find a pick on Candy, he's going to signal here Jay-Z to fall back in the rotation to come in to help the B side. This is perfect coming in from the side of Smart Omega. Although good about to be controversial as well. They can definitely bring things around. And the Predator strike. This is a perfect opportune moment to help what we have. Doing a fairly good job of holding down the fight. They played their deficit to perfection. No matter which hand they're dealt, they know what to throw out to steal it. Once again, he's able to find a single pick off of that. And man, just close last once again. Smart Omega's domination. They're playing right now. And the double once again from Whoopi AJ. Oh my lord.
This is just Smart Omega perfection. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, if you love Call of Duty Mobile multiplayer, not be amazed what Smart Omega is pulling off in here. This is just a communication perfection. They fall in line, they hold their command post, and once the player falls, the communication just gets sent all the way through. The players just back each other up. And now they're finally going for it. They are going to be flushing all of that pressure down to the first garden, but they seem to have overextended a little bit. They need to reset their positioning a little bit. 75 to 42. Times runs out for Sigra X Aim. Smart Omega in front, and they haven't even gotten aggressive yet.
They haven't, but that's also a big reason why they have this lead, because they don't overextend. They don't try to, even though they have an advantage and they can obviously win most of the fights, they don't try and push their luck. They know that they don't have to play that recklessly, and Whoopi and Omega wins the final win of his own, but for the most part, a complete wipe here in the favor of Smart Omega, and that will give them firm control of Bravo point once more. I don't know about this, AJ. To be quite honest with you, we just started the second half, but it's already looking like a done deal to me if Smart Omega can keep up this pace.
And there's no doubt at all that they will be able to, right? Because Sigra X Aim, just not the team will be able to harvest stuff. And I mean that in no disrespect whatsoever. In fact, it's bad for Sigra X Aim. According to Anthony from the Esports Inquiry, restriction, the team had to scrap and rebuild the roster just days before the top 16, and now that's not going to be easy at all, Nico. Especially when you take on a fight against Smart Omega, especially when you take on fights against the best in the Philippines. They found Atlas as well as wins from Sigra, and they secured it with the rest of the players within the aimbot. So, and they put themselves together. We broke down a similar situation like this as well. The Philippines champion. It's an admirable dream. It's just not possible against a clan, against a squad together since the birth of Call of Duty Mobile. It's just been dominating. Look at Crush. We're not even casting because this is just perfection. We're just talking stories about how Smart Omega is just so dominant in the world of Call of Duty Mobile.
Well, at this point, it's kind of apt. You know, we want to paint the picture here of how things have been coming out, the storylines of this, and you know, for a team like Sigra, as you said, who just kind of formed prior to this, now it's a very valid dream to try and achieve, but at this point, you know, as you said, against a world-class team like the Smart Omega, who's completely dominating get-go, and I think it's ever more apparent on domination over than it is on the other maps that we didn't see, even though they won those dominant duo like Hardpoint. search and destroy, you can just see how perfect their communication and the rotations are on it. Okay, good shots by Sigra. Maybe turn things around. The lead is pretty much a bit too big for them to come back at this point. They're like at the halfway mark. At 76 right now. Will it be enough? They're able to take Bravo, but how long?
I love this because Sigra X8 finally they devise a plan to stop trickling in one by one. They've been spreading out onto the map, challenging the players as much. Finally got together to pull Bravo into the battle. From there as well, but they have to understand in order to make a strong comeback, they need a triple cap, and now with a cluster brought out as well onto the side of the the kings of Philippines to take over a triple cap. Sigra X8, do they have enough time? Wins, he needs that backup. They're not on that side. What a